So you're thinking of moving to Pueblo? Well, today we have a treat for you. So we're always talking about how Pueblo is one of the most affordable places in Colorado. And today we're going to give you just a little taste of what is possible under $300,000. So let's take a peek at these properties. You're not going to want to miss it. And if you stick around until the end, especially the ladies, we have a little something for you that you might extra appreciate. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know all there is to know about living in Pueblo, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on all the latest market trends. Hi, I'm Krista, local realtor here in Pueblo, Colorado. I've grown up here since I was a little girl. I'm actually a Colorado native, so I know the growth, the areas, the ups, the downs. We kind of know it all. We have the lay of the land, and we're here to help be a resource for you if you're looking to make a smooth transition here, whether that's out of state, you're just moving locally from place to place. We would love to help you, so feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is in the description box below. So grab that, send me a text or a call, and we would be happy to connect with you and help make that a smooth move. Doesn't matter if it's in 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, or a year, we're gonna be here for you. So in the meantime, maybe we'll see you around. Okay, the intro to this house we're gonna do in the car. It's a little chilly today and we don't have any sun for some reason. So really quickly before we go in this really cutely remodeled 1904 home, it is 904 square feet. It is just over 1/10 of an acre, 0.13 to be exact, 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom. And your asking price right now is $199,500. So we told you we were showing you everything under 300,000, and we're gonna start in the 100,000s today. We didn't even hit the 200,000s to start. So that's pretty good. And it is something we're gonna show you is possible here in Pueblo. So let's check it out. Well guys, as luck would have it, this is real life. This is how filming goes. Sometimes we were gonna go inside this house, but they actually have a door locked that we don't have a key to. So we're gonna roll some B-roll footage here. You can see the inside photos to see how well this home, this 904 square foot home with the 1-car detached garage, how well it was updated. Again, it was built in 1904, so it's had some updates. It has a loft space. It's a lot more modern looking now. And I just want to also make you aware again of just kind of the area. So something we always talk about in our videos, if you've not seen our videos before, are the trees, because the trees are going to kind of give away how established is a neighborhood, how long has it been around. And as you can see, these trees, they're a little large. So this place, obviously it was built in 1904, so we know it was here a long time, but the trees always give it away, right? Especially if you're walking through kind of a newer area, not sure like when was this area established or when were the homes built, you can always look at the trees. It's kind of a little tip that we give you. So I just want to show you nice wide streets. We do have sidewalks, and as you can see, this house has the same thing with that entrance to the driveway there. So it does come off the street. It has a nice long driveway before you get back to that 1-car detached garage. So again, modern updates, you can see in the photos, really beautiful. And the loft space is really cozy. So 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 904 square feet. It's going to come in right around $220 a square foot. That's actually pretty in line with what we've been seeing this year, is anywhere from $200 to $300 a square foot. Some are even a little more, like $320 a square foot. And I believe we're actually going to see one of those today. So let's go to our next home and we will see what the next price point, still under 300,000, has to offer. So we made it to a home here on the south side of Pueblo. So we actually did this one a little bit later in the day. I don't have my selfie stick. We seem to have forgotten the selfie stick, y'all. So it's going to be a little shaky. Just bear with. I'll do better when we flip the camera to show you the home tour, but I wanted to just give an intro to this one. It's 3820 Fairfield Lane. The asking price on this is $273,500 with 4 bedroom, 2 bath. It's going to have 1,536 square feet. So the price per square foot on this one is about $370 per square foot. And this home is built in 1970 with updates, and it does have a new roof and new sewer line. So without further ado, I'm going to take you inside, and I will talk a little bit more too about the area once I'm giving you the home tour. So let's check it out. Starting off on the street here, I wanted you to just see, this is what I consider a normal street, right? It does have power lines that are visible, so they are above ground power lines. It's going to still have wide streets, but you do have street parking if you need that extra space. And then this is the home that we're going to see currently right now. So 3820 Fairfield, and again, 1,500 square feet. Up the road here, and you can see there's a large carport for 2-car up the street right where that truck just passed. That's actually a street that goes right to an elementary school. in our District 60 here. So there's an elementary school close by, and we're gonna take a peek inside this home. Since we're outside and I actually see the gates open, let's just see what that looks like really quick, so you can get an idea for the yard. There's a large tree back here. Oh look, we got a little dog friend next door. So we have a large tree, and this looks to not have any grass, so there's room for potential of landscaping back here if you wanted. And the lot size on this one total is going to be just over a tenth. Most of them that we've seen today have almost been exactly the same. This one is 0.14, so just over a tenth of an acre. So let's see inside and what that looks like. Okay, so we're just gonna start filming right here. We have a we are in a mirror here. As you see, this is a bi-level. So when you walk in, you're actually gonna have upstairs and a landing right off the bat. So the door's right behind me. You're gonna come in to a landing and you can go up or down. So if you go down, this is where most people would have the family room. Obviously you can always do whatever you want, right? But this is where the family room is. You're gonna have some large windows down here. So there's ample amounts of light. And then over here is the kitchen area. And we're gonna take you through here. Looks like a brand new fridge. You've got a microwave, butcher block counters, all updated cabinets. So this is your kitchen, nice cozy kitchen here. And then you do have, again, large windows that overlook the street as well. So there's no lack of feeling some light in here. It definitely feels open and it feels spacious. And so you can see it's just been updated. This is gonna be your hot water heater. It's nicely closed off with a bifold door. And then this, again, is the living area. And they've even done a thing. You have a place here if you would like to do, just like they have, the kitchen table. So we're just gonna walk through and take you upstairs now. I also wanna show you there is a large under stair closet here that you could use for storage. So I know a lot of people, I would personally love that. So then we come up here, and that's obviously the front door. And then up here is gonna be where all of our bedrooms are. So again, 4-bedroom, nice long hallway, large bathroom. So this is a 2-bath. So you're gonna have a large bathroom. Everything in here has been updated and redone. This is your washer dryer hookup in this bathroom here. So that's where you'd have your washer dryer. All new updates in here. And then this is a bedroom. This is bedroom 1. I wanna say for a 1970s home, this has very large windows, and it definitely helps open up the space. And then you have your linen closets here. So full linen closet, lower linen closet. And then here is bedroom number 2 with your closet, slide closet. Looks into that backyard tree. That'd be a great tree for a tree house. And then we're gonna go out here to bedroom 3 and 4. So bedroom 3 would be here. You've got your, again, sliding door closet. And then bedroom 4, another sliding door. So the main, it looks like we're missing a bathroom. So we probably missed it on the main floor. Let's go check that out, because this is bathroom number 1, but it is a two bathroom home. So we missed it somewhere, probably right here. So what they did was they actually made this into a bathroom. So that one's been fully redone. So fully redone bathroom. We try and get everything, but honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I thought it was a coat closet. So I didn't even catch it, but that's nice. It's like tucked away. So here you go. You've got the full layout here. And I want to correct something. I think we said 370 per square foot. It's actually 350. Again, 273.5 is the asking price. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,536 square feet, 0.14 on the total lot size, 3820 Fairfield Lane. And just to remind, there's a new sewer line and a new roof in this home. One thing to point out too are the details in just the lights. You know, we mentioned the countertops are butcher block, but you have the lights up here. That's a really cool design in the fixture. And then you've actually got a gas stove. You don't really see gas a lot these days. Most things are going to be electric. So to have a gas stove, you've got this nice fixture here on the top ceiling, and then this is subway tile. So this whole wall is like a giant backsplash essentially. And they've even framed it out here in the kitchen. So I just want to point out those details. We even got some color variation here with a black frame. So it just kind of makes that whole area pop. So you have a nice kitchen window, and then you have these large windows over here. So again, it's just not lacking at all for natural light. I mean, we turned the lights off just so you could see that as well, because it's still very bright in here for not having any lights on. So no selfie stick, no problem. We still made it through this home tour. So now we're gonna go look at a few more before we do our vendor spotlight. So let's go check it out. Okay, we are at our next property, and this one was actually just up the road from the last one. So this one's gonna come in right at 285, so 285,000. And we're sitting in our car just for the beginning because I wanted to introduce the home before we start walking through. We're gonna do an actual walkthrough tour of this one. It is 1239 Carteret Avenue. And the reason why I chose to stay in the car is because I was gonna stand outside and actually do the intro so you could see the outside of the home, which I will show you here in a second. But we are on a corner lot here with this home. And this corner lot is actually right up against one of the main veins through Pueblo. So we have just a few, if you've seen it in our map tours, we talk about Northern Avenue, we talk about Pueblo Boulevard, and this one is Northern. So you can kind of get a good feel for, you're seeing lots of cars pass me right now. You can kind of get a good feel for, there's quite a bit of traffic here. So you are going to get some road noise with this property. That's just going to be, you know, depending on the time of day. Obviously nighttime probably not so much, because that's one thing about Pueblo is the streets tend to quiet down here pretty much all throughout town. That's one thing you can appreciate versus like Denver or Springs. There's definitely some areas in those larger cities that have more active streets all the time and I've lived there, so I can say that that's, you know, that's the truth. And this is definitely going to be one of those roads, and just watch the cars here, where you're going to see people pretty frequently unless it's, you know, overnight. So I wanted to stay in the car so you had a better chance at hearing me, because there's lots of traffic passing. But this is a 3-bed, 2-bath. It was built in 1950. And it's 1,050 square feet, but a lot of this has been redone. So we're gonna go inside, we're gonna see what it looks like. There's been a lot of custom finishes, new appliances. So let's check it out, because they have redone this. Like, it looks so cute. It's got new siding and looks very modern on the outside. So we're gonna see what it looks like inside. So let's go check it out. Okay, so this is the Northern Avenue I was telling you about. So it is on the corner here, and that's gonna produce some road noise. And I will say too, it actually has right next door, we have our taco trucks, and there's a little taqueria right next to that as well. So that's super close by if you're hungry. But here we have the home, and it has all new siding. It's been completely updated. It was built in 1950. So it's got a nice little fence in front. So we're gonna go up here and we will show you what it looks like inside. Okay, so we just entered the home, and you may hear a little bit of background traffic. That would be the road that we were telling you about, Northern, but this is a beautifully updated home. Everything has been touched. It's got a new roof, it's got new appliances, and it even has some Bluetooth speakers in some of the ceilings. So I want to show you, we're going to actually flip the camera. I'm going to go off here so we can show you the home and just do a walkthrough. So check this out. Okay, so just when you walk in, you're going to have an open concept layout. And this is the front door here. It's actually been so recently updated. They still have plastic on the windows from the painting that's been done. As you can see, a nice gray color. We're bringing it into modern times, gray carpet, white trim. Everything has been updated. Nice backsplash here. We've got some gray and white countertops. Everything is new in this property. $285. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath. So there's your fridge, all new appliances. Nice little living area here. And then we're gonna go over to the right. There's actually a pocket door here that goes into a step down. This is basically what would probably be like your master area. And then you have like a little nook over here. You can make this a sitting area. That would be a cute display shelf. You do have a little walk-in closet over in this corner. Brand new carpet, and I can tell you it's very cush. They used a very good pad on this carpet. Again, 1239 Carteret Avenue. This is the bathroom. Okay, so we have everything new in there. Just gonna back up so you can get a full view. And that's in this bedroom. So this would be essentially your primary. And then we're gonna walk across the entrance here to the other bedroom. This is gonna be a front bedroom. So this would overlook the front yard, which you can't see because of the plastic. But we do have, as I said, Bluetooth speakers, colored lighting, as you can kind of see up here. And then there's a closet here. And then we're gonna go into this here, this bathroom here, fully retiled. Again, everything is new. Floor, nice little shelf there for some towels or extra, you know, like a little linen closet. And then we have your third bedroom back here. Same thing with the lighting. They did that in this room as well. And then there's a closet there also. Now I want to take you out back. Out back actually offers quite a bit of space. And again, this home was built in 1950. This is going to be your hookup for washer dryer. So you've got 2 doors here with a nice hanging shelf. There's a good amount of space in that. And then we're going to go outside here so you can see it has a carport actually. And you get, there's your road there. But it does have a nice large privacy brick fence. And then that's the front of the house. This would be the back. Everything is fenced in though. Quite a bit of space back here. So $285,000, which comes in around $271 a square foot. There's a nice carport with what looks like some heaters there. But yes, everything has been updated in this home. So again, 0.14 is your lot size on this at 1239 Carteret. So just give you one last little look here. We're gonna open the front door just so you can see. Of course, we have brand new. It's all brand new, you can tell. It's so new that the plastic is still on it. But we're going to open up and then this will be your front yard. But you do have a nice patio. So if you want to put some chairs there to enjoy evenings in the summer, not on a day like today, it's a little cold, you can do that. Okay, so now you've seen this home and how remodeled it is. I mean, you can just see it here behind me too as I'm talking more about it. I did want to mention that this home, as far as location, this is actually really close to the first one that we were standing outside of that we couldn't get into because of the locked door that we didn't have a key to. So we were standing outside of a home that was less than 5 minutes from here. And as far as this area goes, these are all kind of in the same area. They've, you know, been built from early 1900s. This one was 1950. The other one was literally 1904. So they've been built, you know, in the more earlier parts of Pueblo. But as far as this location goes, as I showed you, Northern is right here, and that runs east and west. So if you take Northern west, you're gonna hit Pueblo Boulevard. And Pueblo Boulevard is also what we consider a main vein into Pueblo. You can take it out to Highway 50, which will, you know, head over to Cañon City. It will take you into Pueblo West. It can also take you to I-25. I-25 is the main corridor highway here. So Northern, you can take, again, to Pueblo Boulevard, which hits all the streets and areas I just mentioned, or you can take it over to I-25, which is probably a 5-minute drive from here, if even that, and that will take you anywhere you want to go in Colorado. So it is a pretty centralized location. It's more on the south side of town. If you've been following me, you know that I always talk about Pueblo doesn't have suburbs. We're just not that big of a city. So we have areas, right? We have areas of town, and we have the south side, we have the north side, Pueblo West, west side, really, east side. So there's different sides of town, and this would be more towards the south side of town. But it is pretty centrally located. Again, 2 main vein roads that I call them, and they will go pretty much anywhere you want to go. So that's a nice perk, that you are centrally located, and it's, I mean, to the furthest parts of town, it would be still 15 to 25 minutes, usually no more than that, unless you're heading out of Pueblo. So we're gonna head over to our next property. We have a little treat for the ladies at the end that I mentioned in the beginning. We're gonna get to see a good vendor spotlight here at the end that ladies will especially appreciate. So yeah, stick around. We're gonna head over to our next property. Okay, we chose to brave the cold. We came outside. I wanted to show you the streets here. So this is what I consider Old Pueblo. I don't think anybody's given it that specific name. I personally give it a little bit of that name, but you can see behind me, this is kind of almost like a brownstone type style right behind me. And I wanted to show you the streets are a little bit different than a, you know, like a suburb type neighborhood where you're gonna have sidewalks, yes, but they're kind of set back off the street a little bit. See that? You've got those driveways again that we saw earlier this morning. It's nice wide streets and older homes. So we are going to check this out because it has been completely remodeled. It is a 2-bed, 1-bath, and it's going to be 840 square feet. So the lot size for this one is a little bit bigger than the others. This one comes in at exactly 0.222. I just personally like that number, so I said the whole thing. So just under a quarter of an acre for the lot size. So we're gonna go inside, see what they've done to update this house. And again, you are going to come in at under 300,000 on this one. So let's check it out. Okay, we're gonna start with just a little bit of a picture here so you can see how cute the curb appeal is on this one. 318 Quincy Street. The list price on this one is $249,900. So your price per square foot is $297.50. Again, 0.222 acres. So just under a full quarter of an acre for your lot size, and then 840 square feet with 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. And it does have a 1-car detached garage with a full basement. So let's go check this out and see what they've done to remodel it. It was built in 1939. So I want to start by going downstairs because I love this detail of you have a painted wall here that's actually the same color as the house. And then they did this heart detail on the stair, or at the end of the stairs here on the floor. And then you have, here's what I like. It is 1 switch to get down here from the upstairs actually, and all the lights down here turn on. So it's a large area. Again, this home was built in 1939. So you're gonna see that in the structure here as far as what the floors look like, just kind of what the building looks like. I mean, you can see all the ductwork obviously, but it has all been updated. And again, this is a nice storage area. It's a good size. So this would be a great storage area. And what I like is it's just 1 switch upstairs that actually illuminates this entire basement. You know how it is when you're like walking downstairs and you don't necessarily want to go down there sometimes, because if you're like my daughter and you're afraid afraid of the dark, you're like, oh, I have to like hurry and turn on a light. Well, it's nice because upstairs you just flip a switch, all of it illuminates, and it's awesome down here. So Yep, we're gonna go upstairs and check it out, but I wanted to start down here first. So you can see you do get a fully finished, well, finished-ish basement. Some people might consider this unfinished because it doesn't have carpet or whatever, but I think when this house was built, this was considered finished. So yes, it is a full basement that probably needs some carpet if you want to edge it into the modern day finished basement. But back in 1939, if you had walls and this sort of flooring, they considered that finished. So let's go check out the rest of the house. Okay, so I'm just standing here on the other side of the kitchen. I wanted you to see this side as well. So if you're entering from this side, this is what it looks like. It's actually got a really, if you turn this off, it's got a really nice ambiance. Just kind of cute. You know, I love the way it's staged here. It just shows you what's possible. They even went the extra mile, I noticed over here with this new sink, to have this going on here, which just gives you all kinds of potential for doing your own dishes. And there's like hidden handles here. So this is one of those newer sinks, one of the newer classic fridges. And then, yeah, here's your updated cabinets. So these are all new cabinets here. You do get it. I mean, honestly, that's a decent amount of cabinet space for this size of kitchen. I think it's maybe about as much as I have in my home, and my home's a little bit larger than this, so it's kind of funny. And this is going to be your entry area. So this is where we came in the front door. Again, a nice blue door with the black hardware there. Brand new, as you can see. That was where we came in. And then this is going to be a sitting / living area. And then we come through here. There's a nice little built-in bookshelf. And then this is, again, 1939. So we still have kind of that old feel, but it's been updated. This would be a really cute, honestly, Airbnb. One of the things I like about this closet, let me show you, that someone could appreciate. The light just kind of turns on by itself. So it's got automatic lights. Does have window coverings. Sometimes we see homes without it. But again, we're still under 300,000 with this house, 249.9. And then you're gonna have this cute little just detail here, right? More detail in the walls with that built-in bookshelf. That's the front, that's the kitchen. Here's a nice coat closet. And then this is gonna be the 1 bathroom. As I said, it is a 2-bed, 1 bath. You can see it was nicely retiled. Bathtub area. Kind of reminds me of like an Airbnb that you would stay in. And then here's the, I guess this would be considered the primary. It is the larger. It has several windows, very bright, so you get lots of light in here. We're just gonna open this up. And then there's your closet. Again, automatic lights. I mean, who doesn't appreciate automatic lights, right? You don't have to turn anything on. That's fantastic. So this is going to be 318 Quincy Street here in Pueblo. $249.9 is the asking, $297.50 a square foot. And when you walk out front, just so you kind of get a feel of the size of the yard, you have a nice large patio here. You could actually put some chairs out here, make it a really nice little staying area, and then zero-scape in the front, so you don't have to worry about any of that. It does have some nice, what do you call it? Just like, I guess, foliage, or not really foliage, but plants. And then you have the nice wide streets with that setback. If you want to go for a walk, you're nice and far away from the street there. So if you go down this way, that will actually take you towards downtown. Downtown's very, very close to here. It's maybe a 2-minute drive, if that. Just depends, I guess, on how fast you're going. I don't know, but it's also down there is one of our favorite restaurants that's really popular here in Pueblo. It's called The Pantry. It's a locally owned restaurant that's really delicious for breakfast and lunch. They do close in the afternoon. I believe it's like 2 o'clock. And then we have our famous Schuster's Bakery, which is phenomenal for pretty much anything bakery, cakes, cookies. Super popular right now for the cookies. They have something called a pumpkin cookie that's really delicious and people should try if they come to Pueblo. Okay, so now we've seen what's possible here in Pueblo for under 300,000. We've seen a few homes today. We could obviously do so many more. I think we had somewhere around 350 actual properties pop up under 300,000 in our search criteria. But we only have so much time in these videos, and we just want to give you a taste of what is possible. All of these, again, were more towards the south side, more centrally located, I guess, towards downtown. Downtown's only, again, 2 minutes from where I'm currently standing. And if you were at the other places, maybe 5 minutes from downtown. So you have easy access to the main veins that go through Pueblo. You have easy access to I-25. And if you've stuck around this long, ladies especially, you're going to enjoy this next little treat. We're going to do a vendor spotlight, and I'm going to show you somebody that you can consider for your next manicure pedicure appointments. So let's go meet Miss Abby. Okay, ladies, I promised you a little treat. So if you're looking for a nail technician, this is just a beautiful place. And the woman that owns it, her name is Abby, and this is her own salon here. It's nice and intimate, and it's just you get that one-on-one pampering attention time. So we're getting ready to get our nails done, and I'm just going to show you, I'm going to flip the camera and show you too, like a really nice pedicure bowl if you're getting your toes. So this is my vendor spotlight for Nails by Abby. So I'm just going to show you again the bowl and just kind of what we're doing here.
So we are prepping the feet. Nice little bowl. We've got light. And there's Miss Abby. Hi. So we are sans selfie stick. It did not make it to my appointment. So you're seeing all kinds of stuff you don't normally see. You're seeing my hand and just probably views that are a little different than when we have our selfie stick. But this is Miss Abby. This is her place. And she is located on the north side of Pueblo. So if you're moving here from out of city or out of town in general, she's actually right off the highway. So that's kind of cool. So it's easy to get to. So yeah, she is located off a street called Eagle Ridge, right? Eagle Ridge?
Yeah.
Eagle Ridge Boulevard. I was going to say Outlook, which is right up the road. And literally, like, the highway is right here. So yeah, super easy on all sides of town. If you want to just jump on the highway, you can also take Highway 50 and take it back from there. So we're going to get started on the toes. I'm a little distracted, but yeah, this is just our intro to Miss Abby's shop. So remember, if you're looking to make a move within the next 10 days, 100 days, it just doesn't matter when it is. Be sure to reach out with our contact information in the description box below. And until then, maybe we'll see you around Pueblo.